Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you're new to this channel then please smash that subscribe button now, and we are still about 500 odd subscribers away from the 2k mark and only 2 subscribers away from the 1.5k mark. So if you're new, please smash that subscribe button and like the video. And as always on a Friday there's this new Malayalam film, and I am coming straight up with this review of the Malayalam film Pachuvam Adbhuta Vilakkam, which is starring Fahad Fazil in the lead and is now streaming on Amazon Prime Video. This was one film that I had missed out on watching theatrically, although I really wish to have it. And this was one film that almost slipped under the radar between the tussle of the Kerala story and the Malayalam film 2018. So, this film did release in limited theatres on the 5th of May, a week after it had released in Kerala on the 28th of April, which is why I happened to miss this film theatrically. And ever since I was waiting for its OTT release. So then, how is Pachuvam Adbhuta Vilakkam? Let's find out. Coming to the story and screenplay, Pachuvam Adbhuta Vilakkam is a story of a man who, while returning from Kerala to Mumbai, gets stuck in a bit of a pickle. And that is all I can reveal about the story without giving out any spoilers. But the story here is a feel good comedy. It almost is reminiscent of the Malayalam film Anjan Prakashan, which is also starring Fahad Fazil. And the storyline is not similar. I'm not saying that the storyline is similar, but it's in the same mold. So the vibe of the film is similar. The character is also partly in that same mold that is there, and that makes for a fabulous watch. It is a refreshing watch, although it tries to say many things during the course of the film. The screenplay here, standing at almost 3 hours, is a daunting task, and I cannot help but think that the screenplay could have been slightly more taut. Particularly in the second half, I feel that you could have reduced certain portions to keep the runtime of the film limited. Having said that, it does make for a compelling watch that did put a smile on my face. Now the drama is essentially about the two halves that are there. It does start in typical Malayalam film fashion, which is so much reliant on the world building in such a good way. I'm saying it. The world building is an integral aspect of Malayalam films, and here also you get a glimpse of the world that is there. It opens in Mumbai, wherein you are introduced to the protagonist. He's a 34-year-old unmarried guy. He runs an Ayurvedic shop. You also are introduced to the interesting set of characters around him that make for the vibe of a comedy that is there. And it has such a refreshing vibe to the film that I absolutely fell in love with it instantly. There are also portions that we are told that he was as he was a toxic person when he was previously in a relationship, like all of us may have been intentionally or otherwise. And that says so much about the character that has already evolved. And the thing about this world building and the character build up is that you as a viewer are invested in the journey of Pachuvam, or Pachu as they say in the film, and you are invested in his journey as to how, what are the things that happen in his life. Which brings me to that point at the halfway mark where there are so many questions that are filled in your mind as to what suddenly happened. Was this a road trip film? Was this a rom com? Was this a social issue? Was this a comedy slice of life kind of a film? Was it all of the above? The answer is it is all of the above, because the journey itself is so interesting, and that halfway mark fills you up with so many questions. And the answers to that are immediately addressed in the second hour when the picture starts to get a bit clearer. Now, one small criticism that I had in the second hour was that it tried to say too many things at the same time. As I said, it was a social issue commentary that was there. There was a rom com budding that was there. There was, of course, comedy is already going through and through. It is also a road movie. Um, a little too much, I would say. It didn't really allow the viewers to focus on one thing at a time, although individually these things work very well. The film is excellent with its, you can say, the screenplay, which is so organic, and one event leads to another, and that is something that I really like. There was attention to detailing as well, and that is something that really was driving the second half together. Although there were too many things in play, it didn't really, the things didn't really fall apart, is what I can say. I also like the budding romance that was there. As you say, life can absolutely sweep you off your feet at the most unexpected places, and that is something that was beautifully represented in that second half as well. Although that final act that was there, I have a little gripe with that. It was a little over dramatized, and it didn't really gel well with the drama. I felt that the final act was a little weak and exaggerated, and a little simplistic and rushed as well, and that is something that didn't allow the film to end in a way where it otherwise should have. It was ascending to a right place, but there was a small dip at the end. Nevertheless, the journey here is excellent, and the screenplay here is really heartwarming, and that feel good factor that is there is underlined very well with some amazing hilarious scenes that are there, that even represent different cultures and the comedy between these cultures initially also. So the screenplay here is very well written. Coming to the technical aspects, the dialogues, music and the direction, the dialogues here are conversational, and it's amazing how the situational humor just finds its way through these lines. It's absolutely amazing to witness that. Also, the writers were very self aware of the lines that were being mouthed by the characters. So you have Hindi dialogues in areas that are essentially Hindi spoken, like in Mumbai or in parts of Goa. Otherwise, in Kerala, there are characters communicating each other with Malayalam language. So the language barrier is broken through this film, which was excellent to watch. The music is outstanding here. Some of the most soothing songs are in this film. I had one of my Digi family members, Puff Daddy, if you're watching, thank you for recommending that song. I finally watched that. I had watched it earlier as well, and now is the update that I can give, that it was a beautiful song that is there. Amazing song, and it's going to be a part of my playlist for some time now. So thank you so much for that as well. Also, the BGM here does enhance the drama pretty well. The cinematography with some of the wide shots absolutely contributes so well to the drama, and beautiful wide shots capture the vibe of the drama so well. Even the editing is pretty good for most of the parts. It's organic and it doesn't feel disjointed at any point, which was a bit of a challenge, you can say, to begin with, given that you are addressing so many things, particularly in the second half. Director Akhil Sathyan, he's done a very good job here, excellent job here. He's very self-aware of the subject which is at hand and doesn't really try to go overboard, besides that final act where things just get little out of hand. But overall his direction is excellent and makes for a splendid viewing. Coming to the performances, I felt the performances are excellent here. There are characters even from the Hindi film industry like Chaya Kadam, Hindi or Marathi / I can say Chaya Kadam and Dr. Mohan Hakashi sir. Both of them have done a splendid job here. Altaf Salim is absolutely hilarious in that opening act. His struggles with Hindi are evident, and it makes for a really affable kind of a character that is there. I also like the young boy, the one who plays Ashwin. He's done a very good job. Akyun, I think his name is. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but yeah, the guy who plays Ashwin is really affable and does a very good job as well. The little girl Dhwani also does a very good job. Dhwani Rajesh, I think her name is, very endearing in her character. Vijay Venkatesh is a revelation. She's such a heartwarming character and does such a good job here. It was also a pleasure to watch Vineet. I remember watching him in the Hindi film Bhool Bhulaiya, and he is quite a layered character, so to say. quite intimidating to begin with, but then there is a softer side to him as well. Very well, the character arc is so beautifully progressed despite a limited screen time. Does a very good job as well. I also enjoyed the acting of Anjana Jayaprakashan. She's brilliant here, as such an expressive face, expressive eyes, and she had to internalize a lot of her emotions, which she does beautifully. Fahad Fazil is the best actor that is there in the country at the moment, and this film is another sign of why I say that he can even pull off a Georgie and Malik, which is at one spectrum, one side of the spectrum, and he can pull off films like Anjan Prakashan and this one Pachuvam. Excellent acting, his comic timing, his mannerisms, his goofiness all adds to his affable character, and he's splendid in this role. Every sense, every inch of his body is dedicated to this character, and it comes off as a brilliant, impact when you see it as a whole. So it's a very endearing and a very beautifully written character, very well performed as well. Overall, Pachuvam Adbhuta Vilakkam is an absolute must watch despite the stumble in the final act. I really enjoyed it. It's a brilliant feel good comedy that ends up in a most refreshing manner, so to say. It's a refreshing watch. So if you watch the film, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you make of the film? Also, like this video, subscribe to the channel, press that bell icon, and also share this video with your friends and family. If you would like to read my full review of Pachuvam Adbhuta Vilakkam, it is available on my site Popcorn Reviews with a double S. It's a detailed review, the link of which is in the description box below. Visit my site as well. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present on my site Popcorn Reviews with a double S and on my social media handles. I'll see you again next week with another review. Till then, have a great weekend and thank you so much for your love and support. Do throw me some recommendations if you can, and then until next time, I'll see you again very soon. Cheers, guys.